And I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die tonight. Or I'm gonna have to stab somebody. One or the other. I'm gonna tell you guys a story in this chair. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, I forgot my Thirst Faye glasses. Hey guys, Tazzy Faye here. What is up? So for the real OG Tazzy Faye fans, you guys saw a video way back in the day. 1,000 people watched it. So I don't know if any of you guys remember it, but it was me ranting about my roommate. Bruh, I watched that video this morning and honestly, I was cringing so hard. I was screaming at the top of my lungs.
I shut my door. I'm antisocial because I don't like you. I'm never in the house because I don't like you.
I can't believe old Tazzy, young Tazzy. Why would you do that? That's so embarrassing. So I'm glad that my mom yelled at me to take that video down. Now I understand. Sometimes you just gotta live life a little bit and then you're like, my parents were right. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys the whole story. For those of you who didn't get to see that video, we're gonna take it from the top. We're gonna start from the very beginning, okay? All right, Tazzy Faye, let's go. So this story took place back in my Boulder days when I went to college there. You know, I was looking for a roommate, I was looking for a place to stay, I was in an odd situation, and so naturally I went to Craigslist. First red flag right there, Tazzy. Why did you do it? Why did you go to Craigslist? For those of you who don't know what Craigslist is, if you buy something off of Craigslist, you better be taking somebody with you or some pepper spray or a knife. Like, that transaction is sketch. So I ended up finding this place. It was this posting for this place on the hill, which is like a really prime location. And it seemed pretty affordable, like considering what Boulder's affordable is. It was really dingy and ugly, but expensive at the same time. So there were actually 3 girls who were subletting this apartment with 3 rooms and they were looking for 3 roommates. And so I told them, I said, you know what? If you guys don't have a guy living in there, I will be there. I will take it. And they were super desperate. And so I was like, okay, that's the second red flag. So what ended up happening is I ended up living with 2 white girls. One was a bit older than me. She was in grad school. And the other one was probably a year younger than me or 2 years younger than me. I just had a couple things that I requested from them. And that was 1, please just text me ahead of time if you're having a guy over. 2, please don't have the guy living there like 6 days in a row. Now I didn't really have problems with the older girl because she lived upstairs. This story is mainly about the one who was junior to me. First thing that I had requested went away real fast. Never told me when she was bringing her boyfriend over. It's cool, whatever, you know, like it wasn't cool, but whatever. But I think what really started to bother me is that they were really loud. Like they were like loud. I would constantly have to hear things that I didn't want to hear. Yeah, I said it, okay? I did not want to. I saw bums, okay? Like people were walking around and they were like, I'm so sorry. And then I'm not putting this in. You know, I don't care. Like you want to be like, you live your life, bro. But like, why you gotta pull me into it? I don't want to be in it. That apartment was so dingy. Like the door would pop open when someone would come down the stairs. Like I couldn't keep the door shut. We shared a bathroom, Jack and Jill. Like it was just, there was no privacy. There was no lock. There was no nothing. It got to a point where I was just like, I can't do this anymore, all right? Like I gotta have a second talk with her because, you know, we gotta have, you know, revamping of what the boundaries are here because I hate being here. Little did I know that was only the beginning. I ended up going home for the weekend and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna text her and let her know when I get back. I just wanna have a talk with her, that's all. So I texted her and I was like, blah, blah, and I was like, can we talk when we get back? And she's like, yeah, okay. Time came around, I came back to the apartment, my dad had dropped me off. She wasn't there yet, so I'm waiting. Finally, I start to hear some footsteps upstairs. Sounds like her mom's inside, her dad maybe, and they're dropping some stuff off. I'm like, dude, when are you gonna come downstairs? She ends up coming downstairs and she sits on my bed and she's all scared and stuff. And like this, you know. I was really nice to her about it and I was like, look, you're too loud and you make too much noise and can't live like this because I'd be praying namaz. I'd be doing, you know, like meditative stuff, okay? I don't want to hear all your whatever. I told her, I was like, you know, I understand. You pay rent. You have a right to have people over, blah, blah, but it doesn't have to be all the time. And please don't be so loud. She was very receptive to it. And she's like, okay, yeah, like, you know, honestly speaking, things changed after that. But she said something in that moment that I was like, girl, why? And I wasn't offended in the moment, but now reflecting on all of it, I'm like, what a bimbo. And then she says to me, yeah, I was making my mom hang around because I was afraid your dad was here and I thought you were gonna make him beat me up or something. What? What? Like, why would my dad beat you up? What? And now looking back, I feel like I probably would have said something, but at that time, I feel like I just wasn't developed enough to like be like, what are you talking about? That is the stupidest thing. So fast forward to what I actually made my original video about, and that was our fight over a phone bill. So she ends up getting to a point where she can't stand me. The roles are reversed. She's pissed off at me because for the second time, I had given her a check late. So I had to wait for my parents to come up or for me to go back home for me to get the check for the phone bill. It was like a $13 check. But I get it, you know, it was probably very irritating that she was paying for it and then I'm not paying her on time. But she exploded on me. I don't remember the messages, but she sent me long messages. All I remember from it was about the phone bill. She was kind of cussing me out. Also remember something about I'm like the worst roommate ever because I'm never home and I never hang out with her, something like that. And I was like, girl, if you were not home, I would be the happiest person in the world. You'd be the best roommate ever, all right? To each their own. I don't think I deserved it, especially after how much I tolerated. So after this fight, things start to get really bad because this girl and her boyfriend started bullying me. They would be super loud on purpose in all sorts of ways, in disgusting ways, and also just in general, you know, trying to make me pissed off. They would leave me disgusting gifts in my bathroom on my side, and they did it on purpose. Wallahi, I know they did it on purpose, okay? They would do these things. I am so mad thinking about it. And even when I look at my toothbrush, I'd be like, I would not be surprised if they took it and took the trash can, or the toilet, excuse me. I can't discuss this. I can't discuss on camera what the gifts were. Whatever your imagination wants to take you, it's that bad. I don't know why I tolerated it. I should have put her in her place right there and there. But anyway, I didn't. So the older roommate ended up calling me one day, and I think this was I had come back my home with my parents. I don't think I had gone to the apartment and seen any of them. And she calls me and she says, hey, I just want you to know something went down last night. There was some violent stuff and the boyfriend was screaming and throwing things and he's in jail and they're gonna let him out. And I was like, okay, well, he's just gonna be in jail for a couple days and then he's gonna come back and we're gonna have all these problems again and, you know, they don't like me. What if he kills me? Like, I don't know. I started to have even more anxiety. So I opened up to my parents, my friends, you know, my Pakistani dad, you know what he did, all right? He's like, okay, we don't have a bat in the house, but I'm gonna give you something. So he gives me it gives me the leg of a broken chair, okay? And like, it has a nail on it and he's like, here you go. And he gives it to me in a bag, all right? But that's my weapon, okay? He's like giving me a lecture on like how to handle a situation, if what I gotta do, you know, when to call the police, what to do. And I'm like, okay, so my parents got me, but they're like, don't have anxiety, just like, you know, relax, it's your house too. And I also, in addition to that, I had a knife, okay, just in case things got a little too crazy. So yeah, so I used to sleep every night. You know, I'd have the little chair thing right by my bed, self-defense. You know, I don't know him, all right? He was clearly violent, all right? I don't know these people. They don't like me. I don't want to piss somebody off at the wrong moment and just lose my life over this, okay? I'm just trying to go to school. And he ended up coming back to the apartment. Like, she invited him back in at some point. I guess they apologized, thought it was an over-exaggeration or something, but like, she let him back into the apartment. I noticed after this incident, they both started to be a little bit nicer to me. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. And I'm calling it my house, but really it's the apartment. This is when it gets really good, guys. Get your popcorn, get your seats, it's going down. This is the night that I'm gonna tell you guys. This is the actual climax of the story. It was a blizzarding night, guys. Snowing so hard. I actually had 2 little 5-pound dumbbells and I used to put them in front of the door. So that was my security, I guess. I don't know. Just to make sure that the door stayed closed. It was just your average night and I just finished my homework and I was gonna go to sleep. But of course I was gonna watch a little bit of Ugly Betty, you know, before I went to sleep because I love that show. Shout out to America Ferrera. So I'm watching my show and then I hear some distant yelling and maybe some banging. And I'm like, first time, okay, just ignore it. Then boom. That's when I kind of got up out of the bed and I was like, all right, maybe I gotta be worried about this. Then I knew something was wrong because I heard boom, boom, boom. Okay, I heard some whatever and I heard some yelling and my little door popped open, even with the 2-pound dumbbells. Okay, it went. Now I'm in danger because my door won't close. He was yelling, she was crying, things were being thrown, and honestly, I was really, really scared. I was like, dude, what do I do? And I was like, should I be brave? Should I go out there and go like slap him or something? I thought about it. I feel like I'm exposing myself right now as like a coward. Like, dude, like, I don't know if he has something in his hand. I don't know what he's doing. Like, so I grab my knife, I call 911. I go into my closet and I hide in the corner of the closet. I'm like, they hate me. The first one they're gonna kill is me. So I need to be not seen right now. So I hear boom, boom, I don't know, up the stairs, down the stairs, I don't know. I'm on the phone. I'm like, like, come on guys, you guys gotta hurry up. What's taking you so long? And she's like, oh, it's snowing. You know, I'm sorry, it's whatever. And I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die tonight, or I'm gonna have to stab somebody, one or the other. And that's when it happened, while I'm on the phone. I'm so glad I was in the closet, bro. I was so glad I was in the closet. So there was a window right by my bed, and you could see out to the first floor of the apartment complex on it. While I'm in the closet on the phone with my knife, I hear knock, knock, knock on the window right next to my bed. And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? And I hear, must peep, to sneep. I don't remember what he called me, okay? And he's knocking on my thing. Please let me in, please let me know. And I'm like, guys, y'all gotta hurry up. He's knocking on my window. Please, please, please come right now. And he's like begging me to let him in. And I'm like, I'm not letting you in after everything you did to me. And then because you're a violent person, I'm not letting you in. Are you crazy? And so I guess somehow she got him kicked outside, and he came down to my window and he went away, and I was like, alhamdulillah, Allah Akbar, you know, I'm reciting all the ayahs of the Quran that I know, all the du'as, everything, you know. Silence, he leaves. I'm like, okay. Whew. I'm not sure what happened next. I think somebody had informed me that the police had him in custody. And at that point, I came out of the room and I heard her crying, and I went to her room and I gave her a hug and I was like, are you okay? And when I look back at it, I'm like, why am I like that? Why did I hug her? Look what mess you brought into my life. I'm so unsympathetic. But come on, man. You guys tortured me. You gave me such a hard time. And then now I'm hugging you because I'm worried about whether he hurt you. Yeah, I should have, whatever. Just wanted to make sure she didn't get hit or nothing. And she didn't. He didn't. I don't know. Apparently he threw a fan or something and broke it. But still, like, come on, man. And I guess they kept slamming doors. And so it was making me really nervous. But anyway... So basically, after that night, until the semester ended and until I moved out, it was kind of like that scene from Mean Girls, you know, where they're all like, she already got hit by the bus and everybody's cool now, and, you know, everybody's just doing their head nods and whatever. So we were cordial, we were fine. I didn't want to be friends with her, but we were a little bit nicer than we usually were, and, you know, we love happy family. Except after I moved out of there, I was like, hell no, I'm not ever talking to you again. I don't ever want to see you. I don't want to talk to you again. Yeah, because the thing is, she did try to add me on LinkedIn, I don't know, a few years after that, and I was like, no, I'm not adding you to my professional network. Are you professional? Let me think about it. No, okay, not adding you. So, moral of the story is, 1, don't ever get roommates off Craigslist. 2, people be racist, okay, and say stupid things to you. 3, domestic violence is not a joke, okay, it affects everybody in the situation. And number 4, if you're not professional, I'm not adding you to my professional network, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Tazzy Faye, out. Bye! Shout out to Mu'mina over here. My camera woman. Hello. Oh God, she just